Have you ever disagreed with someone and thought, how can they actually think that? Or that doesn't even make any sense. But here's the thing, sometimes it actually does make sense, just not from where you're standing. Think about this. There's a mug sitting on a table. You're on one side, someone else is sitting opposite you. To you, the handle is on the right, but to them, it's on the left. It's the same mug. You're both right. You just have different information based on where you're sitting. And that's exactly how your brain works. It doesn't just see what's in front of you. It builds meaning from everything you've experienced before, like what you've been taught. Maybe you grew up in a house where everyone says, this team is the best. You watch their games together. You celebrate when they win. So to you, that just feels right. But to your friend, they grew up hearing the opposite. Different team, different conversations. So when you talk about it, you're not just sharing your opinions, you're actually bringing two completely different backgrounds into it. So of course you're going to see things differently, right? Maybe in your house, making Milo meant piling it up on top, right? Big spoonfuls, chocolate sitting on the top. That's just how it was done. So in your head, that feels the way, like that feels normal. Then you go to someone else's house and they're like, no. You mix it in first and you only use one spoon. And you're thinking, wait, what? Same with Vegemite. Maybe at your house, you always had it on really thick. That just feels normal to you. But then you go somewhere else and they're putting on the tiniest bit with heaps of butter. And you're thinking, okay, that's really different. Now you've got two people all thinking their way is right. Same food, same ingredients, just different ways of doing it. And it's not because one person is smarter, it's just what they're used to. It's what they've seen over and over again. And sometimes it's your friends. Let's say you try something different, right? Maybe it's the way you talk, something you wear, or something you like. And your friends laugh a bit and go, wait, that's weird. Why would you do that? And in that tiny moment, your brain kind of pauses and notices, because fitting in matters. So even if you didn't think it was weird before, you later start to find yourself thinking, maybe it is. Not because you suddenly changed your mind, but because your brain is trying to stay part of the group. Your brain notices these things because fitting in matters, right? So even if you weren't sure before, you might start thinking, yeah, maybe it is a bit weird. Now, here's where it really matters. You've got two parts of your brain, your alarm brain and your thinking brain. When someone disagrees with you, your alarm brain jumps in fast. That's wrong, that's not fair, they don't get it. But your thinking brain can do something else. It can pause and it can go, okay, why might they see it like that? That moment right there, that's powerful. Because instead of reacting, you're starting to understand. It doesn't mean you suddenly agree. It just means you can go, okay, that makes sense why they think that. And that's the important skill. It's a really important one because the world you're growing up in, there's lots of opinions. People speaking confidently, people reacting quickly. Some of the most powerful things you can learn is this. It's not always about being right. Sometimes it's actually about understanding. And when you practice that, your thinking brain gets stronger. You feel calmer, clearer, and you don't get tricked as easily. So next time someone thinks differently to you, instead of going, they're wrong, just pause and think, okay, what might they be seeing that I'm not? And when you start doing that, things start to make a lot more sense. And that's how you train your brain to think smarter.